Myers here at First Lutheran Church. This is our Sunday school portion for today. Hope you're doing well. We are still in Genesis. We are in chapter 20, starting in chapter 20, verse 1. We've just finished up that God has destroyed Sodom. Lot and his daughters, that story of incest and all the things that happened there. And now we're down with Abraham and Abimelech. And it says this, from there Abraham journeyed toward the territory of the Negev and lived between Kadesh and Shur. And he sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said to Sarah his wife, she is my sister. Remember, they did this in Egypt that time, kind of got them in trouble. Now they're doing it again. She is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, behold, you are a dead man because the woman whom you have taken, for she is a man's wife. Now here, they did it once, remember, in Egypt when they went down there for a while. I don't know why they would pull this same trick again, because God says not to do this. But Abraham is so scared. She's obviously a very attractive woman and scared of what's going to happen, because in that day they just took, if they wanted something, they took it, especially a woman if they wanted it. But they do this again. God protects Abimelech, believe it or not, from Abraham here in a way. And now Abimelech had not approached her. So he said, Lord, will you kill an innocent people? Did he not himself say to me, she is my sister? And she herself said, he is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and the innocence of my hands, I have done this. So Abimelech's saying, hey, they lied to me. And they did. They did. So Abimelech is pleading his case. He is pleading his case here before God. And then God said to him in the dream, yes, I know that you have done this in the integrity of your heart, and it was I who kept you from sinning against me. So God says, I did this. I kept you from sinning. I know you did this. You know, you were tricked. You were fooled. You had the right intentions with this. So he said, I protected you. We need to remember something. God does protect us. He keeps us. He intervenes for us in many ways. So if you're worried about, well, you know, I'm innocent in something, and God will take care of you. He will do that. It may not be the way we think, but he will take care of it. Now then, return the man's wife, for he is a prophet, so that he will pray for you, and you shall live. But if you do not return her, know that you shall surely die, you and all who are yours. So God says, return this woman to her rightful husband, and if not, you're going to die. Sounds like a pretty easy fix to me. So Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told them all these things. And the men were very much afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said to him, what have you done to us? He said, why'd you do this? What are you trying to do to me, man? And how have I sinned against you, that you have brought on me and my kingdom a great sin? He said, what did I ever do to you? Basically. Why are you doing this to me? You have done to me things that ought not to be done. You don't do things. You don't lie to people. You don't misrepresent, because you never know what's going to happen. That's why we should always be honest and upfront. And Abimelech said to Abraham, what did you see that you did this thing? Abraham said, I did it because I thought, there is no fear of God at all in this place, and they will kill me because of my wife. So he's saying, you're a godless person, in a way, I guess. And he says here, you know, I thought you'd kill me because of my wife, so I'm trying to... So you can kind of see both sides here, but Abraham didn't know they would kill him. He just assumed. He assumed that they would. Besides, she is indeed my sister, the daughter of my father, though not the daughter of my... So she is his half-sister. This was very common back in the day. And she became my wife. And when God caused me to wander from my father's house, I said to her, this is the kindness you must do me. At every place to which we come, say of me, he is my brother. So he said, I told her that you need to tell these things because we're going to be wandering around and who knows what's going to happen. Then Abimelech took sheep and oxen and male servants and female servants and gave them to Abraham. So Abraham lies and gets richer. It happened to him in Egypt. It happens everywhere. He just seems to get from these situations. And gave them to Abraham and returned Sarah, his wife, to him. And Abimelech said, Behold, my land is before you. Dwell where it pleases you. To Sarah he said, Behold, I have given your brother 1,000 pieces of silver. It is a sign of your innocence in the eyes of all who are with you, and before everyone you are vindicated. So he's saying, look, nothing's going to happen to you. This is a sign. Then Abraham prayed to God, and God healed Abimelech, and also healed his wife and female slaves, so that they bore children. For the Lord had closed the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. So they were barren because of what was going on, and God fixed it for them. So it turned out fine for everybody, but it should let us know we should never assume, we should never lie, and we should always be upfront with folks and let the cards fall where they may. Pray today that God would bless and keep you this day and always. Amen.